Are you struggling to get your YouTube videos noticed? Well, don't worry, because I'm going to share some YouTube video SEO secrets that will get your videos to rank faster before you even publish them, and to attract the right audience to your videos. When you use these simple video SEO tips, they will transform your channel. Plus, I'm going to share a secret strategy that has worked for me for over 13 years on my channel that can make a huge difference in your video rankings over time, keeping them at the top of the search rankings for years and years and years to come. You're gonna love it. Hi, I'm Amanda Vandergulik from cleverdough.com, and my mission here is to help online entrepreneurs like yourself set up evergreen YouTube marketing strategies so that you can drive highly targeted leads to your online business, generating passive recurring income for your business month after month, year after year, for free. You see, after my coma back in 2016, it was my YouTube channel and my YouTube videos that kept my business thriving while I was focused on surviving. And that's why I want to share these strategies with you, because we never know what curveball life will throw at us. Right? So now let's dive right into the steps we need to take before you hit the publish button to make sure that your videos are set up with proper YouTube video SEO so that your videos will rank faster in the search engines. These are the essential steps that you need to tick off your checklist when uploading your video. So this is part 8 of a 10-part series, and in part 6 of this series, I talked about how important it is that we say our main key phrase in our videos while we're recording the videos, because the algorithm listens to the words in your videos and will actually categorize your videos and promote them to your perfect audience based on what you say. So we want to make sure that we do say our main key phrase, especially in the beginning, in the hook of your video, also throughout the content of your video, and again as a reminder at the very end of your video. So if you want to learn more about exactly how to do that and the special script that I've created over the years that keeps viewers watching your videos all the way through to the end, then do check out part 6. I'll link it up here for you. Plus it's in the full series, which I'll talk about later on how you can access that. Also, like I mentioned just in the last video, it is super important that you record and upload your videos in 4K quality to ensure that they are future-proofed for your channel. Now you'll notice this video is not in 4K, so what's up with that, right? As I mentioned in my previous video, my cat decided to knock my webcam onto the floor, ruining the video quality. But perfection is not done, so I was not going to let that stop me from continuing to record this series for you. Plus, I thought it would be really cool to show you as a role model or a guinea pig what the difference is with the video, and also just to inspire you to always push forward and keep going even if you're not able to record or upload in 4K. Don't worry about it, but if you are able, it will give you that extra boost in the algorithm, because YouTube will promote 4K videos over other videos first because it knows it's the best quality of video for its viewers. Okay, so before you actually upload your video to YouTube, I want you to make sure that you put your main key phrase right in the video file name and even in the thumbnail name. Let me show you what I mean. All right, so this is my video, How to Bake a Cake, that has over 6 million views and has stayed consistently in the top search results for over 13 years. Can you believe it? As you can see here, I've actually named the file How to Bake a Cake, and then it's an MP4, right? I did this not realizing how much of an effect this would have on my channel. I did this just because it seemed logical to me at the time. Way back in 2007, this video was about how to bake a cake, so that's what I called it. And I didn't realize the implications, but that told the algorithm so specifically what my video was about that it made it super easy for it to categorize, and this video went absolutely viral on my channel. Now, not just because of this, but this helped. And so do the same thing with your thumbnail as well, because you can add your thumbnails down here. Make sure the name of your thumbnail also has your main key phrase in it. Oh, and there's an additional tip I want to show you. Let's pop over to my computer and I want to show you just a little sneak peek inside secret that will help YouTube categorize your videos even better. And you can sometimes do this with your thumbnails, but I have not been able to find a way to do it on a PC, but I think you can do it on a Mac. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the last video that I uploaded to my channel. before I started doing this series. And so this is a really good example to show you. This video happened to be about Descript, which is a video editing software that I talked about in the last video. But look what I did. So I called it Descript, right? The main key phrase. But also if you right click on it and you go to properties, and then you can have a look here under details. This is another opportunity for you to add your main key phrase to help the algorithm better categorize your video. Again, all these things are not necessary all on their own, but adding these things up together make a huge difference to getting your videos to rank. So you can put the main key phrase in the title, the subtitle. You can even give it a 5-star rating. You can add in the tag. So I've got Descript, I've got Descript tools, and I've got a few other ones in here as well. You can see eye contact tool, the Descript features, and you'll notice that I start each one with the main key phrase, and then it's just a longer tail. All right, and then you can put it in the comments section, and then down here you can add your name as the author. You can put the year in, and then the genre, I just call it the main key phrase again. You can put a link to wherever it is that your call to action is for your video. And then down here in the mood, I also put in the main key phrase. And then you just apply that, and when you upload your video, it will really be able to categorize it super specifically for your specific main key phrase. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so with those essential pre-upload SEO strategies in place, now it's time to upload our video, and you're going to want to let it upload, and you can still set up all the things we're going to talk about in just a second. But before you hit publish, obviously we want to do these things first, but you also want to give the algorithm time to process your video to get the best quality before you publish it live. If you publish it right away, it's not going to be in the best video quality, and then YouTube's not going to promote it as much. So as a general rule of thumb, upload one day and don't publish until the next day. Give it 24 hours to process it properly. Okay, so these are the steps I want you to take before you hit that publish button to get the most out of your YouTube SEO, okay? So the first thing is we want to make sure your main key phrase is in that title. The video title is crucial for both SEO and for getting viewers to click on your content. And that's why in part 4 of this series, part 3 of this series, we go deep into the titles and the psychology behind them, as well as the SEO strategy behind them, of how to actually write your title. So if you haven't had a chance, make sure you do go and watch that video and then come back. All right, so let me show you an example here. This is my how to bake a cake video, and I'm going to show you in this video, in the editor section here, all of the places where I've used the YouTube video SEO strategically to help my video rank better. So you can see in the title here, how to bake a cake is my main key phrase. And then I've even put a secondary key phrase in there with a clickbaity hook to my title, right? How to make a cake without milk or butter, because that was something people found very bizarre. And my cake happens to have no milk or butter in it. So it catches attention from my perfect viewer. So that's where you're going to want to put your main key phrase for the title. The next section that we want to talk about are the tags. So let's scroll down. We'll worry about the description in a second because it's really important. I want to take the time to make sure you understand it properly to make the most of it. So down here in the tags, you want to have your main key phrase, so how to bake a cake, and then you want to have all of your longer tail key phrases. So in my case, how to bake a cake for beginners, or how to bake a cake at home or from scratch, and so on. And in this particular video, I have 2 main key phrases, how to bake a cake and how to make a cake, just because for this particular topic, both phrases are searched with the same results. Normally you would only stick to one. Like my Descript video only has Descript. It doesn't have another version in there, right? All the long tail versions about Descript. So, and as you can see by these green numbers here, it ranks really well. And this video was uploaded in 2011 and it's still in the top search results. Pretty amazing. So in video 2, I went in even deeper into how to list out your tags to make the algorithm understand your content better. And so do get a chance and go and watch that if you haven't already, to help you understand how to do it. And as you can see here, it's basically take your main key phrase, add longer tails, add different versions of it, like best cake decorating video or cake recipe video, and then broader terms like the one down here, cake in general. All right, and that'll help you get ideas of how to list yours out for your particular main key phrase. All right, so if we scroll back up to the top here, we can go through here and I can show you exactly where you're going to want to check off all the different areas that are going to help your YouTube SEO. And like I mentioned, the description is a huge one, but I want to take a little more time to explain exactly a template that I've created over the years that I find works best for both the algorithm and for the enjoyment and for the clarity of the viewer. So I'll go into this because then you can just use that template every time you upload a video and it walks you through exactly where to put what, making it work for you. So we'll do that in just a second. But first, before we do that, let me show you the next part that you want to look at. And that is your closed captions or subtitles, your transcription. So you have your video transcribed, which you can easily do with AI. You can literally, when you upload your video, let's go over here. So I've uploaded this video, obviously many years ago. I use this tool called GLASP, G-L-A-S-P, and it then transcribes my video. So if I click on that, look, it writes out exactly the words in my video. Of course, if you're using an editor like Descript, then it will also write it out for you. So you can grab that and use it as your subtitles, which you enter in over here, subtitles. And if I click on that, you can see they're laid out and they match up the timeline on the video. So if somebody needs to watch the subtitles, it will go exactly with my voice, and it just makes it easier for the viewer, but it also triggers the algorithm to make sure it understands exactly what your video is about to show it to the right person. And so a tip that you want to do with this one is make sure all the spelling is correct, because sometimes, an example, I have a video about groove funnels, which is G-R-O-O-V-E funnels. It wasn't familiar with that word, so it kept calling it group funnels. And I don't want to be categorized for group funnels. I wanted to be categorized for groove funnels. So I had to go through and make sure it was spelled correctly in the transcript before I uploaded it as captions. Another spelling to pay attention to is your name or your company's name, to make sure it is spelled correctly as well. Trust me, the amount of misspellings I get for Van der Gulik blows my mind. Another area that you can help your video out with when it comes to engaging with your audience, because that also triggers the algorithm to want to promote your videos more, is to use what are called cards and end screens. So let me show you what those are. So in your YouTube editor here, you can see end screen and cards. So if I click on cards, I'll show you. It has the length of the video right here in the bottom. And then do you see these little spots here? There are 5 of them across here, and if I click on them, it shows you. This one sends people to this wacky chocolate cake recipe, and you can see up here what it looks like. If I click on there, it will show these videos related to your video that they're watching right now that will help the user get the most out of your channel and the most out of your videos, and it shows the algorithm engagement. So even though it's not reading the SEO specifically, it is helping with its all-round SEO and engagement factor that gets your videos ranked. So a tip for using cards, you want to use the majority of your cards. You get 5 to use on your videos, and you want to use the majority of them to direct people to other related videos that obviously relate to the topic of your current video. However, you also want to use at least one of them as a link to your call to action. So for example, I have one here. Let's see. This one is a link, and in this case, it's to get 10% off of my favorite baking tools, right? So when they hover on the eye over here, they see these playlists, they see these videos, but they also see this link. So it's an opportunity for you to send your viewer to your specific call to action. Close that, and the next one I want to show you are the end screens. So the end screens come up at the end of your video. The last 20 seconds of your video is an opportunity for you to send your viewer to watch the next video on your channel, and that creates more watch time on your channel, and YouTube prefers longer watch time as their main focus when promoting videos for you. If your videos get longer watch time, or if they notice that your videos get viewers to watch even more of your content, they're more likely to promote it for you. And even better, they pay attention to who is watching it and what they are like, and then they promote it to those kind of people, sending you perfect viewers for your video. Pretty cool. So you have the option here to add up to 4 cards on your end screen. Depends on the video size. This video was a smaller size, so it only allowed 3. But generally speaking, on a normal YouTube video, you can add 4 cards. The main thing though is you don't want to over confuse it for your viewer. You can put your subscribe button on there. That's fine. You can put a link on there. So you can see this picture of this cake here. That's actually a link. It sends them to this link. I also have the video that is best for the viewer because I didn't want to direct them specifically to another video. I wanted the algorithm to figure out who is my viewer, and from all of my videos on my channel, and based on their interests and what they watch, what would be the best video for them to watch next. So I have that on there, but I also have a video on here specifically related to the video in the moment. My video is how to bake a cake, and the next related video is what icing to use on the cake you've just baked, which in my case is the mocha icing that I love. And you'll notice I make it larger than the second video because I want their eyes to be focused on where I want to send them first. And it is often good practice to literally just have one video on the end. You'll notice in this video, I'll only have one video on the end, or maybe not, haven't decided yet. The next thing you can take advantage of for your SEO, and this does actually read the words, and even better, it can rank on its own. And I'll show you another part that ranks on its own in just a moment, but this ranks on its own, and that is to use playlists. So when you scroll down, you're going to get the option to add your video to playlists. So in this case, I've added it to my favorite recipes, fun cake decorating ideas, affordable baking tips, cool foodie ideas, how to bake a cake, the questions answered, simple birthday cake ideas, and so on. Things related specifically to the video. And I made sure that each of these playlists has a main key phrase that I'm targeting, because when you do a Google search or a YouTube search, the playlist can also rank. So this will help drive more traffic to your channel and help your video rank better too. It gives your video more places to be found. And like I said, I'll share another place that works for you as well in just a minute. You're gonna love it. The next thing is you wanna make sure that you categorize your video correctly. So when you scroll down here, you're going to see that you can categorize your video there under category. I've chosen how to and style. So you could choose education, cars and vehicles, comedy, gaming, nonprofits, blogs, and so on. You want to make sure the category makes the most sense for your video. Now, all the videos on my channel now are dedicated to education, so I choose education for them. This video, however, was a how-to video, so I put it under how-to. Just wanted to insert a quick update for you on categorization for your videos. I now actually categorize all of my videos as how-to rather than as education, because I have since learned that education videos are promoted more as the formal education, and really the how-to category is for helping viewers solve problems, which is what my videos do. They help you solve problems, and that will actually help my videos rank faster. And so if you're making videos to help your viewers solve problems, then use the how-to rather than the education category. Anyway, back to the video. And another thing that can be really helpful for your video is to add the location of where your video was recorded. This is particularly helpful if your business is in a particular location and you want to grab the market for that area. Now, my business is international, so it doesn't rely on one specific area, but let's say you had an Airbnb and it was in Seattle. You would want to take advantage of that and have it listed as a Seattle video. So let me show you where you can do that. Under here, recording date and location. You can put the date in if you want. I don't generally put a date in because I like it to be always relevant. And the video location. And again, I have not put one in because mine is international. So which of these YouTube SEO tips has been the most challenging for you so far on your YouTube journey? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments which one has been the biggest struggle for you to overcome, or which ones have you found really helpful, and maybe it's not even ones that I've listed. Maybe you have other ones. Leave it in the comments, because together we can help everyone here on the channel, and the more of us doing well, the better we all do. All right, so now that we've covered the basic SEO steps for making sure that your video is going to be categorized properly, it's time to really dive into that description. So I'm going to show you exactly what I put in my description and what you should be putting in your description to get the most out of the algorithm and also to make the most engagement for your audience. Because you see, writing detailed descriptions really helps the algorithm know specifically what your topic is about and who it is for. And people will actually go into your description and have a look. And you want to make sure that when they do, they feel welcomed and they feel encouraged to take a specific action that you want them to take. And you want it to be clean and easy for them to navigate through so that they don't look at it and go, and then run away, right? And that's why I strategically set up my own template that I use on my videos that has worked for me so well over the years. And it's taken me years to figure it all out. And I just want to save you time, having to test this and test that, and just use something that works, and then you can test after that. What we really are aiming for is to get people so excited to watch your video that they want to watch it all the way through to the end to get those important watch times, right? But we also want to really inspire them to take action on the specific call to action that you are talking about in your video. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is create a hook sentence that's really going to engage your viewer and make them excited to watch your video, but you're going to strategically place your main key phrase right in that first sentence to let the algorithm know how to categorize it. So in this example, I've got watch to learn step by step exactly how to bake a cake at home from scratch for beginners. So anybody who wanted to bake a cake at home from scratch and they're a beginner, this is the perfect video for them, and they can see it's the perfect video for them, and then they'll watch the video. When people are using the search to find out which video they want to watch to answer their particular situation, or problem that they're trying to solve, they will see the thumbnail, they'll see the title, and they'll also see the first few lines of the description. And that's why we want to make sure we take advantage of that area and really make the most of it for both SEO and to really grab and hook our viewers. Then in the second line, you want to have your call to action with a link to whatever your main call to action is for the video. Now, this is not specifically related to SEO. However, you can strategize how you do your call to action to have a key phrase or a related longer tail key phrase in there as well. And the reason you want to have it in the second line is because we want it to be visible, easily clicked on before they have to see more. So let me show you what I mean. If we go to the video itself, let me just close this for you. And we have a look down here. This is the description that they see so far before they have to click more to see the rest. This is called above the fold, and that comes from the old world of newspapers and anything that was on the front page and it was folded in half. So above the fold, that was the main interest, and that would determine whether or not a person would pick up that newspaper and read it or not. And so we've used that terminology in online business. Above the fold is just in that first visibility area before the viewer has to do anything else, any scrolling or anything else. And so you can see I've got my link right in here. So it is clickable right in there before they have to click more. Then you can see, and I'll go through the different levels within the description in a minute, but I want you to see how nice it's laid out for the viewer. So in this case, you can see it's nice and clear. I happen to list the recipe in there. I'll talk about that in a minute. And it's nice and easy for them to navigate, to find what they're looking for, to know what to watch next, a little bit about me, and so on, right? So now let's go through all of these steps so I can show you why I did them and what the purpose is of each. So we'll head back over here so you can see them in here. Actually, I will stay here because it shows up a bit nicer. Let me show you a little trick though. Look at this one right here, vanilla sponge cake recipe. And you see I've got an asterisk at the front and the end of the sentence. That asterisk tells the algorithm to create a bold letter so that I can organize my template in such a way that makes it easy for the viewer to see it by seeing bolded sections. It just makes it more pleasant and easier to follow through. So after we do the hook and we do the call to action line, the next part is to write a snippet about our video. And the purpose of the snippet about our video is to get them really excited to watch the video, and it's an opportunity for us to place yet again the main key phrase plus some longer tail key phrases and broader key phrases that make sense for the video to help the algorithm understand it better as well. and you want it to be roughly about 500 characters long. That includes the spaces. So let me show you what I did with this one. In this case, instead of doing a longer snippet, because I know when it comes to baking videos, people would really like to have the recipe and the instructions right there for them to use. And that's why I took that space. But I also strategically wrote in my key phrases within them. So you can see here, it's like a vanilla sponge cake recipe, which is one of my key phrases, right? And then of course, it's just the ingredients. But then here, step-by-step cake baking instructions. Well, step-by-step cake baking instructions is another longer tail key phrase for this video. And then I have the instructions, and where possible in the instructions, I also add in other key phrases. All right, and then the next section are your timestamps. And timestamps are amazing. So this is an opportunity for your video to get seen. Did you know that your timestamps can actually end up in search as well? So what we want to do is use them strategically. If you don't put timestamps in, YouTube will automatically create timestamps or chapters for your video, but you're not in control of what sections they're cutting up, or you're not in control of how to title those sections so that it's SEO friendly and also captures the attention properly. So what I do is I list timestamps with a little clock emoji to show that it's a time thing, and then I have my main key phrase. Then in the timestamps, and the way you want to do it is list it with 00 and then the colon 00, that format, because then the algorithm will know it and it will automatically make these clickable. People can click on these sections and go directly to that section. And on the video itself, you can see down here, it shows them up as chapters, and it has the information right there, like setting the perfect oven temperature, or a pro tip, buttering your pan like a pro. Right? I've got more of them across here, like combining for creamy goodness, whipping the egg whites to perfection. They all are specifically created so that it catches attention, is relevant to that point, and has some sort of relationship with the SEO. And so that's what I have done in here. And I've also added an emoji to catch their attention, which doesn't show up down here, but does show up in here, and it makes it more engaging for the viewer. And it breaks it up and gives a little bit of an idea for each of the sections what that particular title is about, or that section is about. Then the next part is to put in hashtags, which include your main key phrase and longer tail key phrases. And these also get ranked on their own if somebody is searching for that particular key phrase. And then you want to have a watch next section, and you want to be very specific and choose videos from your channel that you want the viewer to watch next, that make logical sense for them to watch after watching this particular video. Does that make sense? So in this case, because this video is about how to bake a cake, I had a lot of questions over the years. So I actually created videos answering those questions. So it made sense for me to have a watch next with Q&As and some more recipes. And then I have a second section here. Normally on my videos, I would just have one watch next section, but because I wanted to make it a little bit more engaging for the audience yet again, and easier for them to figure out the journey of their viewing here, I've listed it, my icing and cake recipes, and I've listed the ones with an emoji to kind of give them an idea of what it's about. Hi again, I have another really cool update that I wanted to make sure that you knew about, because this is going to help increase your watch time. Okay, so we were just talking about adding in links to related videos that you want your viewer to watch next, right? So these links, if you were to click on them, they just go to the single video. What if they went to a playlist? So they got to the video that you were suggesting, and then it naturally went into a playlist and it showed the viewer the next video and the next video in your series, giving you a lot more watch time on your channel. Let me show you how you do this. So let's go to my series that you're watching right now, right, on YouTube SEO. And this is in a playlist. So if we scroll down here on the side, you can see it's in a playlist. So what you do is you go to the video that you want to recommend. So let's just choose this one, how to write better YouTube titles. So we'll go to this one. All right, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna head up here to the browser bar, and you're gonna grab the full link for the whole playlist. And you're going to put that in your description rather than the shorter individual video link. And that way when they click on it, they will go here, which will bring them inside of the playlist, and then they'll naturally watch the next videos, or YouTube will try to get them to naturally watch the next videos for you, increasing your watch time. Anyway, I just wanted to quickly let you know about that, but let's keep going because I've got some more good stuff for you. And the nice thing about this is if you have a look on the video here on the side, do you see there's my how to make a mocha recipe. Here's my icing tips one. And I may not have too many more. Oh, it's recognizing me for my other stuff. And another really cool thing about having these watch next videos listed in here is that when people go to watch your videos, those videos are going to be suggested to them next. So they'll be suggested on the side. So you can see here my mocha icing. You see my icing piping techniques here. And also at the very end of your videos, they'll be suggested. So here's my mocha icing, there's the piping, and this is a playlist. Remember I said the playlists can rank as well. So by listing these in your description, you're getting an opportunity to have viewers see even more of your videos displayed to them thanks to YouTube. Pretty cool, right? All right, so the next section, you're going to want to have an about section about you, just to bring your viewers into who you are and why you have your channel. And of course, using your main key phrases for your channel in this section. And if you can relate it also to your video main key phrase, then do that as well. So I've got my about section here, and I've got my how to bake a cake tutorials in there. But then I've also listed the fact that I help online entrepreneurs rank their videos, right? Things that I'm now doing. And it also just gives me an opportunity to talk to viewers who are watching these videos from way back and let them know what journey I've been on and why my channel has changed over time. If I were starting new, I would never have multiple niches on one channel. However, because of my lung situation and my lack of ability to take care of more than one channel, I've decided to simply switch up the algorithm's take on my channel, and I've made it work. But it will be much easier for you if you ever want to have videos on a different topic, just start a second channel. That's just an insider tip from me. And then if you have any disclaimer that you need to share with your audience, it's an opportunity yet again to add in some SEO magic and make your disclaimer fun, right? So in this case, I've got the Baker's Whisper. Some of these links are my special recipe. If you click and mix up a purchase, a little sprinkle of sweetness, aka commission, gets added to my baking bowl without costing you any extra dough. Thanks for keeping the oven warm and supporting my channel. Like, have fun with it, right? You can use AI to help you write these as well. Just make sure it's clear that it's a disclaimer of some sort. All right, and then on the very end, you want to have a reminder of your main call to action, or a reminder of your main key phrase. So in this case, because I really am not promoting this video for a call to action because my niche has changed, I took the opportunity to just share something fun with my audience that would engage them and make them want to watch the video. So in this case, in the video, there's something stuck in my hair that I didn't even know about it till like 3 years later when one of my viewers told me about it. So I just explain what happened and it makes them want to see the video. But you could also put your main key phrase in here or a longer tail. And that's how you can take advantage of the description. So it's nice and clean and easy to read. It's pleasant for the viewer. It gets them engaged and excited to watch your video and take your call to action. But it's also set up strategically for YouTube SEO so that it will start promoting your videos for you, which is the whole goal, right? Remember that secret that I promised at the beginning of this video that I was going to share about something I learned over the last 13 years that helps keep your videos ranked longer term in the search engines, on YouTube and on Google? I'm going to share that in just a moment, and it's going to blow your mind. It's so simple, but it's so effective. But first, could you do me a quick favor? I would love to know if you're finding this video helpful, if you're finding this series helpful. Can you just quickly hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, that's okay, and let me know what your thoughts are on this video, because it helps me know what kind of content to create for you, and it tells the algorithm there's engagement, and then it will find viewers just like you to show this video to, and I really appreciate that. So if it's a thumbs up, it'll help find those videos. If it's a thumbs down, it also helps the algorithm know who not to show my video to, and that is also helpful, so thank you for that. And if you have been finding this helpful and you really do want to use YouTube marketing to promote your business and create that evergreen YouTube marketing strategy for those lead generation on autopilot, then I invite you to subscribe to my channel, but when you do, if you do want to know the minute my next videos come out, a little tip to know about is make sure you hit that notification bell, because if you don't, YouTube actually won't let you know when the video comes out. It's a new thing they've done. It's kind of annoying, but it also makes sense. They only get notifications for ones you really want to have notifications on. So do make sure you do that and let your viewers know that on your channel as well. Okay, so here is that tip, and it's so simple. Over the years, I just kept trying out different titles and different wording in my description and different key phrases in my tags. And I kept testing and testing and testing. And because I kept working with it, it triggered the algorithm to think, wow, this video is still really engaged both on the viewer end and on the creator end. So that gave it a little nudge in the algorithm. Plus it gave me a chance to try out different key phrases over time, because people search for different things depending on what's happening in life. Like during the pandemic, a huge amount of people came to my channel looking for how to bake a cake, because suddenly they couldn't go out and buy a birthday cake. They had to make it themselves when they were never taught how to do it, right? So I was able to take advantage of that and use those key phrases. And you can also change out things like the date. You could have in your title the date of the year for that video. Once that year is no longer there, take the date out. Don't put another date in and lie that it's a different year. Just take that date out, but in your tags, you can update the date. So I could have how to bake a cake in 2024 or how to bake a cake in 2030, right? I could have those in the tags, but only use the ones that are going to make the most sense. Okay? Pretty cool, right? It's so simple and it makes such a difference. So now that you've optimized your video to get ranked faster and long-term on your channel, right, and in the algorithm search results, it's time to hit that publish button. But before you do, you need to know how to promote your video to get those ever important backlinks, the off-site SEO, so that it triggers the algorithm that not only is your video ranking because it understands who it's for and what it's about, but because people are actually coming to the platform because of your video. By having backlinks off of the platform, sending people to your channel, it tells the algorithm, wow, this video and this channel bring new people to it, and therefore we should promote it for them because we want that to happen even more. And so we're going to do that intentionally, and I'm going to show you how to do that in just a moment. But one last reminder, I just wanted to let you know again, this is part 8 of a 10-part series, and if you haven't watched the whole series yet, please do sign up. It is free on me, and you'll receive an email every single day with a new lesson. Plus, if you want to go faster, you can. And all you have to do is head over to cleverdough.com/evergreen leads. I'll put a link on the screen here. And if you watch the last video, you'll know why we put it on the screen. But I'll also put a clickable link in the description and in the pinned comment underneath the video to make it easier for you to head over and sign up for this free course. So I hope that was really helpful, and I'm so excited to see what you do with all of these strategies to get your videos ranking faster, get the longer watch times, and get them ranking for years and years to come. Okay, so now let's dive straight into how to set up those off-site SEO and get those important backlinks to let the algorithm know that your video is not just good, but it's really good because it's bringing people to the platform, which they love. Head over here and I'll show you exactly what you need to set up to do just that.